Let's talk about my new cash saving strategy for May 2025, and that is after the recent nerfs and effective changes that's coming your way. In my previous video, I compared the UOB One account versus the OCBC 360 savings account after they have announced their changes, and some of you have feedback regarding the comparison, which one is better for you. So that video has gathered quite some views, and I believe that a lot of people are also looking at where's the next best option other than this two, which is my purpose of making this video today, to update what is my personal cash saving strategy. And if you're wondering where am I filming right now, it's in Mercure, Osaka, Tokyo stay. So it's a very nice 4-star hotel that I use up my free stay plus visit from a Core Plus membership, which you can get from Amex High Flyer card or the DBS Vantage card. So it's like a tradition, like the last morning of my checkout date, I will probably film because I have nothing much going on in the itinerary, and then show you what semi-working / holiday is like, right? This digital nomad thing, I'm still trying to get used to it. And if you also want to learn some traveling tips or cash saving strategy or credit card tips, come and join us at over 20,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. Now let's talk about my first strategy of OCBC 360, because now that the effective interest rate is going to get reduced to now 3.3%, forgetting the three categories, the salary, the spending, and the savings, no more 4.65%, now it's only 3.3%. So I'm definitely not going to put money in OCBC 360 account anymore. Therefore, my last OCBC 360 interest credit is going to come in by the 7th work day of May, which is probably on the 13th of May if we look at the public holidays plus the weekend. So having said that, OCBC 360 is not going to be my cash saving strategy. This is about $100,000 that's going to get shifted somewhere else, right? Which brings me to my next point, UOB One account. Is that the place that I'm going to put my $100,000 in? And I can give you a direct answer that it is not for now, at least not for me. I'm sure many of you also know that UOB One interest rates has also been nerfed to 3.3% per annum. So it is on par with OCBC 360, and that is even on the $150,000 savings tier. But you see, UOB One has this quarterly savings promotion. They call it the Cash is King Savings Bonanza for second quarter right now. So it's giving you up to 0.8% per annum, and if we add 3.3% to 0.8% per annum, that's 4.1% per annum. I mean, that is if you hit the highest savings tier plus you meet all the fulfillment and holding requirements, then you can get a 4.1% per annum. But if we look at another promo, they also have the UOB tax savings promo that is giving you up to 6% cashback with a cap rebate. But personally, for my UOB One credit card cycle, it is in March, April, and May. These three are my consecutive months, which means that even if I spend $500, $1,000, or $2,000 in May, I won't be able to get my UOB One credit card cashback effectively, because credit card spending criteria is also one of the requirements to get that 3.3% interest rate. Then some of you may ask, why not you spend that $500 on UOB Ladies card? And the truth is, my UOB Ladies card being the Lady Solitaire card, I could choose on either travel or dining, but I can't confidently say that I could spend $500 per month on any of this, because my main credit card is now on the Maybank Family and Friends cashback credit card, which gives me up to 8% cashback effectively. So I'm not focusing on my spend on the UOB credit cards for now. And the other main reason is that I do not want to have my funds of 150k locked up in UOB for around 5 to 6 months just to take advantage of the Cash is King Savings Bonanza promotion. I do not feel that in this current state of environment, having liquidity is a very good thing, okay? It's not great to be really locked up if you really want to deploy some funds into the equity market. So that's my review on both the OCBC 360 and the UOB One account. So I'm not putting my funds in any of them for May. Then how like that? You don't put in UOB One, you don't put in OCBC 360, it must be somewhere else, right? And if you want the highest effective rate of return on your capital, I would say to go for at least the new user welcome promotions, and one of the best ones is coming from Longbridge Securities. This is also a last call message for the Longbridge promo, because you can get 0.5 Nvidia shares or 1 Apple share when you meet the fulfillment, holding, deposit, and whatever terms and condition requirement. This is also not sponsored by them. You can also get 14% per annum for 90 days. This is the interest boost coupon which you could put in money market funds. For example, Fullerton SGD Cash Fund, not financial advice, but the fact is that if you use a normal link to sign up for Longbridge, you can only get it 8%. Whereas if you use my referral link, you get an additional 6% for an affiliate partner. So 8 plus 6 equals to 14% per annum for 90 days. And if you want the proof of receipt, my wife already received that 1 Apple share on her Longbridge account. So I can tell you this promotion is not the gimmick. It's a regulated platform by MAS and you could use it if you're still new to Longbridge. So thank you to those who have used my link to sign up. Now coming back to the main topic, I would say that my top option is to use HSBC Everyday Global Savings Account for the month of May. But this video was filmed in the end of April, so I am assuming that in May, HSBC EGA will have another promotion for their, the everyday savings account. Like every time you get like 2.7, 2.8%, then you add the 1% additional interest from the Everyday Plus Bonus Rewards program. Now, for the current month of April, we are getting 2.75% per annum without the wealth holdings based on the terms and conditions. So it's no longer premium customer versus regular customer, right? Now, they determine whether you have wealth holdings or not, which I don't have, so I definitely qualify for the lower tier. But I guess if you add the 1% EGA Everyday Rewards, making it 3.75% is not too bad, right? 3.75%, like I don't need to fulfill all the spend, whole, salary criteria. I just put everything into HSBC Everyday Global Savings Account and I'm good. Now regarding the mechanics and terms and conditions, I went through them many times in my previous cash savings strategy video, but if you're unsure, you can also ask in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. They will explain it better than you, and in fact, it's easier than UOB One or OCBC 360 account requirements, so I don't think I need to explain it any further. Therefore, if you want a quick summary of this video, here is what I'm going to do for my cash saving strategy in the month of May. For my current OCBC 360 account, I'm going to take the funds out. The $100,000 is going away. It's not going to stay in OCBC 360 because 3.3% per annum is not great. Okay, I feel that having met those requirements, I could put it at a better place. All right. Then for UOB One account, it is also not for me because even though it's giving 3.3% per annum plus that 0.8% per annum, making it 4.1% per annum. That is if you couple the normal interest savings plus the cash is king savings bonanza. I felt that is just not for me, right? I do not want to lock in my funds, plus the fact that I have to meet the credit card spend every month on UOB cards, which I'm currently not using it as my main credit card strategy. Yeah, so this UOB One strategy is also not for me. Okay, I know that it may be useful to some of you, but I'm not covering it in this video. You may ask the questions in my Telegram group as well. So coming to my final form, that is going to be the HSBC Everyday Global account, right? I know that it's not the best interest rates out there. Okay, it's no longer the best, most effective one if you have the funds to park it in. But to me, that is just the most stable and most reliable form without me having to meet any kind of credit card spend requirements. Plus, I'm assuming the fact that they will continue the promotion in May. Fingers crossed. And if they don't, then I have to come up with another video or probably put my funds back where they came from, like OCBC or UOB, depending on the flavor of the month. Then lastly, for Longbridge, it is not really for me. It is more for new welcome users. So if you have a friend who haven't signed up for Longbridge, get them to sign up. They can get their free Apple share or MVida share. Plus, they get 14% per annum. Using affiliate link only, or if you use your personal link, don't have that offer. So don't come and ask me why you don't see it. Okay, but really, as I said, this video has no sponsor. So if you want to support this channel, you can either click on this interactive brokers link or you can scan this QR code right here to show your support, because every click counts. Thank you. Just in case this video is not long enough, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the hotel lobby and see whether next time you want to stay here. This video is also not sponsored by them. Okay, it's just that they have this public venue that I can use it to film. Alright, so this is where I'm filming from. It's a very nice looking sofa lounge chair with table. Okay, so it's good for two. So you can have some private conversation here if you like. Then over here we have the sofa area. Okay, sofa area just for you to relax and lounge. And over there we have the pool table. We have some people playing billiards and pool. Okay, over here is some very nice artisty looking plants. And then over here is level 2. This is the breakfast restaurant, Center M. Okay. Okay, very nice looking lobby. I like the aesthetics of the lights. It brings a very warm tone. But the only thing that I do not prefer in this hotel are the dark elements, right? Like you see the wallpaper, the paint, it's all black, right? And not really my liking. I prefer white and clean. Yeah, but I like the lighting though. I do not really like the color theme. Yeah, so this is a co-working space, meeting corner. And then right here we have some daylight coming through in the sofa lounge area. Yeah, so from here you can walk down the stairs, and this is where the lobby is. Okay, so it's a very small lobby, but you see all this very nice architecture design, which I really liked. So it's a very different vibe from all the other Japanese hotels that I've been to. Yeah, so this is where people check in. I show you the streets of Osaka in the morning. Yeah, they have a family mart just right outside, so that's fine. Yeah, so that's the end of my quick hotel tour. Hopefully you can choose it if you have a free Stay Plus coupon from a Core Plus membership. Okay, but otherwise hotels in Japan are generally quite expensive. So yeah, I guess if you can stay in such nice hotels, it's a good experience, right? See you back in the video. Meanwhile, if you want to check out my thoughts on the UOB One account versus OCBC 360 account after the nerf, which one is better, then I can refer you to my previous video right here.